What do you do when you're training hard, you're eating healthy, but you're just not seeing results in the gym? You're not seeing the weight scale go down. How do you stay motivated when every week the weight scale stays the same? You're just not seeing results. I'm going to tell you what to do. So I got a message on Instagram, and I'm sure a lot of you out there are sort of going through the same kind of challenges. Bro, this weight loss shit is so hard. It's so hard to stay focused day in and day out. Other people make it look so easy. I'm trying to lose like 30 pounds, but it's been so hard. 30 pounds feels like 300 pounds, when in reality, 30 pounds is like a sizable amount, but nothing super crazy. How did you stay motivated for so long, bro? I feel like losing 5 pounds a month is doable. He then went on to say, I've been working out for like 3 months, but not much progress. Maybe because I wasn't disciplined with my sleep or just eating out at weird times or eating out. Not McDonald's, but like healthy-ish stuff. Been actually trying to be disciplined for the past 2 weeks, but the scale isn't moving. How did you not get overwhelmed or depressed by working so hard but not seeing results? I know 2 weeks might be too little, but like I said, I worked out regularly a few months before that and all. So I'm going to talk about how you get through this. I know exactly what my friend is going through. I'm sure a lot of you out there are going through the same kind of things. I've been through the same things. If you've seen my transformation, I've been through this. I've gone through the journey of being overweight to losing all that weight off. Now, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is how to stay motivated. Motivation only lasts for a brief amount of time, and it's not going to carry you throughout your whole journey. Motivation, I don't believe in motivation. The best thing that what I did was get into a routine, get into a discipline as soon as I could, get into a healthy habit of waking up, training, eating right, going to sleep, getting in my proper sleep, getting in my proper training, getting in my calories. That's all that really is to it. As fast as you can get into a routine of doing these things day in and day out, you're not going to see results in the first few weeks. I did not. I expected not to see results. All I said to myself was, you're going to do this. You're going to get into this routine. You're going to commit to it and trust the process. That's all it is. It's trusting the process. And the process, it's not complicated. It is simple. Calories in versus calories out. Training, of course, you train hard, but it all comes down to your diet. So if you can get into a routine of healthy eating as soon as you can, that's what's going to sort of carry you throughout your whole journey and getting into a routine. And he mentions that he's been eating healthy-ish. One thing you have to think about, one thing you have to realize is eating healthy doesn't mean anything. There are a lot of foods out there that's healthy, but loaded with calories. I don't think there's good foods and there's bad foods in terms of weight loss. That's what I'm saying. In terms of weight loss, there's no good foods or bad foods for weight loss. The only thing that matters is calories in versus calories out. You look at nuts, like almonds, peanuts. They're supposed to be healthy for you, but you look at the calories, like 5 almonds loaded with calories. It's just pure fat. So just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean you're eating in a caloric deficit. So the first thing that I would say to you is make sure you know exactly what you're putting in your body. I've always said this. If you're just going out and eating healthy, that's not enough. You're playing a guessing game. How do you know exactly how much you're eating? There's so many healthy foods out there that are just calories. Like you go out, you get a burrito. Burrito seems healthy. It's just rice and beans and vegetables. A burrito on average has like 900,000 calories, which is insane. So just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean you're being smart. Doesn't mean you're going to be in a caloric deficit. What you have to do is make sure you're tracking everything that you're eating from the start. You need to get into a routine of tracking your calories. You can track your macros. Macros acts like a guide to sort of hit your calories. What I do is I just make sure that I'm hitting my protein and my carbs and fat changes every single day depending on how I feel. Some days I have more fats, some days I have more carbs. As long as I'm in my caloric range, as long as I'm in a caloric deficit, that's all that matters to me. But you have to know what you're putting in your body. That's number one. You can eat healthy. You can go out and still eat healthy. But you need to know for example, if you know exactly what you're putting in your body, you can track your calories and you know that you're going to eat out. You can save some calories for that. When I'm going to go eat out, I maybe have one. I fast for most of the day. I have one meal, make sure it's high in protein, and then I go out and I enjoy myself because I know that I have the calories there. And even if I have a good, nice meal when I eat out, I'm still going to be in a caloric deficit. So be smart. Just because you're eating healthy doesn't mean you're going to be losing weight. That is, it, it makes no sense. So know exactly what you're putting in your body. Find out your maintenance calories. Find out how many calories you need to lose weight. If you need help with that, I have a free guide on how to calculate your calories, how to calculate your macros. Link will be in the description box down below. Download it, figure out what your calories are, figure out what your maintenance is, what your deficit is, what your deficit should look like, and then learn how to track macros, learn how to track calories. Because honestly, I don't think you can lose weight without tracking your food, but it's like taking a piss in the dark. I mean, you're going to get there, but there's way easier ways of going about it. You can, tracking your food gives you so much control, so much freedom because you know what you're eating and you can choose to eat other foods as well. You're not restricted to one kind of eating. You can virtually you can eat anything. Like I don't want to say flexible dieting because I do recommend eating clean most of the time, but every now and then if you want to indulge, you can eat something. You can have, you know, like a meal outside. You can have a burrito, you can have a Subway as long as you track it and you make sure that it fits with your calories. So know exactly what you are eating. And in terms of staying motivated, of course, getting into a routine, and it can, when you're not seeing results, that is one of the most worst feelings that you can feel in the gym. I've been through that. When I gained 20, 30 kilos, and when I joined the gym, when I look at photos of me back then versus now, of course I made so much progress. But what you have to understand is you're going to see yourself every single day. You're not going to see the results in the mirror in the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So what I highly recommend is if, of course, you have to have your foundations right. Have to have your food right. Make sure you're eating the right foods, tracking, hitting your protein. When you have all of that set, when you know you're hitting your calories, when you're training hard in the gym, and you're still not seeing progress, this is what I recommend. You need to take progress photos. You need to take as many photos as you can. Because you can weigh yourself on the scale, that's fine. You can weigh yourself every morning, and if it stays the same, you feel discouraged, you feel depressed, because you're putting in all this work for no results. What you have to understand is sometimes your weight can stay the same, but your body sort of it goes through a recomposition. You might be putting on muscle. You might be burning fat and putting on muscle. You might be, there's a lot of other things that could be happening in your body that won't directly result to a weight scale moving up or down. So you have to take photos. Take as many photos as you can. Back. Take photos of your back. Take photos of your sides. Take photos of your front. And weight loss, it doesn't always happen in visible areas. For me, for example, when I started my weight loss journey, I looked at myself in the mirror every single day. The last places for me that I lost fat was in my face, in my chest, and my stomach. And when I looked at myself every morning, I saw that these parts of my body stayed the same. And it was discouraging, but I stuck through it. I kept through the process. I trusted the process. What was actually happening was I was losing fat in other areas, my legs, my waist, lower back. This is where the weight was coming off. And you have to understand that weight doesn't always come off in places that you can see. So you have to take photos. Take photos not just of your front, but of your side, of your back. And that's what's going to keep you accountable. That's what's going to keep you motivated. When I started taking more photos, I saw the progress that I was making, and that kept me going. Seeing my own progress sort of made me realize, shit, the process is working. And I'm not saying this in the first 2, 3 weeks. I saw progress. I started seeing progress after a month of sticking through this process. So stick through the process, take a lot of progress photos. And of course, you still weigh yourself as much as you can, log it in, write it down, do whatever. But take photos, take videos even. That's what I did. Put your phone there, hit record, go through all your poses, front, side, back, side, and then you can do a front, side, back posing, and compare it to yourself. Take as many videos and photos as you can in your journey, and you're going to see the progress. It's not always going to show you on the weight scale, but if you're eating right, if you're, making sure you're in a caloric deficit and you're doing everything else right and you're not seeing progress, this is where taking progress photos matters. And if you've taken progress photos, and I do believe that when you're doing everything else right, when you know that you're in a caloric deficit and you're still not seeing progress, that's when it's something more. There's other things going on. Maybe your caloric deficit isn't actually a deficit, or maybe you just need to add in some cardio. And when I say cardio, I don't mean, going in the treadmill for like hours a day, going, using cardio machines endlessly. My only cardio that I've honestly done at all is just going for walks. I just make sure that I'm getting at least 10,000 steps a day. Even small things in your day, like taking the stairs, um, taking a longer route. I highly recommend getting in a step tracker. I have a Fitbit, just a basic Fitbit, but something that tracks your steps, because your phone isn't as reliable. You can get cheap ones that track your steps, but try to hit at least 8 to 10,000 steps a day. And that was honestly my only cardio. Going for long walks, 20-minute walks, getting in. As I got deeper and deeper into my fat loss, I was increasing my steps. That's the only cardio that I did. From 10,000, I went to 12,000 steps, to 15,000 steps, to 20,000 steps. Not every day, but a few times a week, I'll go for long walks with my dog. Now I'll go for long walks just around the area. But make sure you're doing as much as you can. And in terms of cardio, in terms of walking, I'm not saying do cardio machines endlessly, just going for walks, being physical, standing up as much as you can. Even if you catch a train to work, standing up instead of sitting down makes a huge difference. Your body burns calories doing so many things, and you can make small changes in your daily routine that can directly translate to weight loss. So make sure you're eating right, make sure you got your calories right. And remember, it's not motivation, it's commitment, it's discipline, it's staying and trusting the process. It's staying through the process and trusting the process, because the process is simple and it works. I'm a living testament to it, and so many other people are. You may feel discouraged in your first few weeks. Don't be. Just trust the process and stick to it. And of course, if you're still not seeing results, I say this regardless, even if you are seeing results, take photos. Take as many photos, videos as you can. You don't have to post them. This is for you. This is for you to see your own progress, see how far you've come. And that's what's going to keep you going. Because let's say a month and a half, 2 months in, you feel like giving up, or you feel like, having a large cheat day. You look at the progress that you've made, and you sort of tell yourself that you've come this far. Why are you going to stop now? You know, keep going. And I'm not against cheat meals. if you, I think you should have a cheat meal like for your own mental health once every few weeks, week and a half, every 2 weeks. Just have one cheat meal. But cheat days, that's how the domino effect happens. You have one cheat day, the next day, your body wants more, and you cheat again, and your body wants more the next day. And all of a sudden, before you know it, you're telling yourself, I'm going to take the next few days off and I'm going to start again stricter on Monday. But until Monday, I'm going to eat whatever I want. Don't go don't go down that hole. I've been through there. It's your body tries to play tricks on you. Stay disciplined, have a cheat meal, and get back on it the next day. I hope this video helps you guys. If you have any questions, of course, you can let me know in the comments down or hit me up on Instagram, which will be up on the screen right now. And just trust the process. If you guys need help with any kind of training, I do have a training plan available right now. It is live. You can go check it out. It'll be in the description box down below. If you need help with calories, it has how to calculate your calories, how to do everything. I also have a free guide to help you get started with everything, which is also in the description box down below. Check it out. And if you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.